Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are highlighting this brand new 2022 389 extended hood that is in a very unique color. You'll notice it stands out a little bit more than our typical Viper red.
It's definitely brighter.
It's called Pull Me Over Red.
Yes, and it's a few shades brighter than your typical Viper red truck that we would normally order like for stock vehicles. This is a customer picked the color out when we were doing this, and I like it. It's a cool color.
It is. It's such a cool color. Whenever Brian was first telling me the colors, I thought he was just kind of being maybe a little bit of smart alecky. And he said it like 4 or 5 times, and then finally, like after a week of hearing it, I was like, "Are you being serious? Like, is it actually called Pull Me Over Red?"
And it really is.
It really is.
So we did a ton of paint work to this truck. I mean, I say a ton, but we color matched a lot of stuff. It's not necessarily a ton, but it's the right amount, just to kind of, you know, make it look good. And it's red and a little bit of chrome, and it looks super cool.
It really does. Honestly, the truck turned out super nice, very classy, very tastefully done, not too much, and you know, kind of on the border of almost not enough.
Yeah, right. And it's gonna come back, but we'll talk about it in a minute. We're gonna flip the camera around, we're gonna walk around, show you this truck, and then we're gonna go take it down the road.
Yep, let's do this.
All right, let's do it. All right, so here you go. Again, it's a brand new truck. Customer's gonna be picking it up in a couple of days, but as always, we wanted to show you this whole thing before it leaves here. It's a really clean build. I mean, it's not over the top. This isn't a super expensive, way elaborate anything, but it works really well.
Yeah, this is a nice, clean look. I've always been a huge fan of the fiberglass painted panels. Not fiberglass, the painted panels. They're definitely not fiberglass. Those are aluminum.
Yes, they're definitely. Those are the 12 gauge. Those are the 12 gauge cabin sleeper panels. 6-inch on the sleeper, and then on the other side, same deal. Obviously, with the def box, it's a little bit smaller there, but then we painted the tanks to match. Painted the back of the headlight buckets.
Yeah, it's probably something you can't really see from this angle. Like we should get a little closer in on those headlight buckets there. Like this is, I really like this done, and there's a couple of different ways I've seen this done. For one, people will start here and paint back. People will start here and paint back, and then I've also seen where this and this is polished, but that's painted. Yeah. So I've seen that done a bunch, and I really truly enjoy all variations of it, but this I think I like the full all the way around the back paint the best. Yep,
it looks good. It really the headlight kind of blends in a little bit more with the truck. Yep. I like it.
Well, from the side, and it gives it a very similar look to like the grill. Like, so you got the paint, and then you got like the crown is like, you know, polished. So, you know, this is painted all the way around the back, and then just the crowning piece that takes on all the wind, that's polished. Makes a lot of sense.
It looks good. And then you got the visor. That's a 12 gauge visor. It's got 10 button lights up top for your clearance lights, and keeps the roof all nice and clean looking. I like that look a lot too. Especially on this truck, it seems to work really well. You can't pull that off on every truck, but some of these colors, it just works awesome. Breather lights on here are from Roadworks. And again, we did it's a 5.5-inch drop axle. We did the air dump kit on the front end, and we did the covers on these boxes. Those are Phoenix, I believe.
Yes.
Yep. So Phoenix covers on the boxes, just the smooth box covers. Painted the tanks. Window chops. Those are window chops are from Phoenix as well, I believe. Iowa Custom shock box cover here with 4 lights in it. That looks super sharp. All this red. The frames, this is a 295 wheelbase. The frame on this truck is the same color. It's a Pull Me Over Red. And it's also, this one's got the zinc coating. So we started doing these a while back and just getting all the frames with the zinc coating on them. Supposed to help them hold up a lot better in the winter weathers and stuff. And as we've got more and more of these out on the road and talking to the customers as they're running them, we'll start telling you guys more about how they hold up. But so far, I think there is definitely a difference in the way they're holding up, just in all the like bad weather.
We have been getting positive reviews out of it, and for the money, the real dollar figures as far as what that costs to do this zinc coating from the factory is like an addition. I want to say it was like $200.
It was a little more than that. It might have been 4. It wasn't such a number that you wouldn't just do it.
It wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't such an astronomically high amount. I think it was like 4 like MSRP, and then it ended up being like $250 real dollars, right?
Yeah, something
yeah. So I mean, it's one of those things where we just went ahead and started doing it on every single truck we buy, and I recommend it. If you guys order a truck from the factory, tell your dealer that you want the zinc coated factory.
For the money is worth a shot. Just do it.
Yeah.
And then over here, go back on this again. Your cab sleeper panels painted to match. We did the fuel tank and the def tank, chrome def cap cover. That def cap cover comes from Lifetime, and clear markers on the mirrors. Stock exhaust setup. I mean, if you think about it, it's got Hogue-built quarter fenders on it. It's not crazy, but it's enough to make this thing look super good. Bumper's a 20-inch mitered in bumper. That's a chrome bumper from Valley. It's a Valley chrome bumper there. And yeah, I don't know. Overall, I really, really like it. The cool thing too is this truck's coming back, I believe. We're gonna see this truck in like 4 or 5 more months from now, and we're gonna do some work on the back, do a deck plate on it. I think full fenders painted. And I think probably also doing a Dynaflex exhaust on it when it gets back.
Nice.
So
that's
you know, like
touch.
we'll get a revisit this build, and I think maybe late April.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you want to drive it and like show them the inside of it?
Let's do that.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's go look at the inside of this thing.
All right. We're getting in this thing, go for a ride. One thing I forgot to mention, doesn't have hood latches. That's because we put 12 gauge hidden hood latch kit on this thing.
You bet your bottom we did.
Oh my gosh, is this how this is gonna go? Good Lord. Totally forgot to mention that. I was just getting in here and I was like, yeah, we did the hidden hood latch kit from 12 gauge. Probably should have mentioned that.
Yeah.
It is, does it tell you what the temperature is outside right now?
Warmer than it should be.
Yeah.
We're in mid-December, and I'm wearing a short sleeve shirt.
Yeah, and I wore my hoodie this morning. It was cold this morning, and it's hot today. I just never took it off, but I probably should have. It's definitely warm outside.
It says 70 degrees. I think my pickup truck was telling me it was like 68. So.
Yeah, and yeah, that's about right. It feels amazing outside. That's all I'm going to say. So, yeah, we're going to give this thing a little whirl around the block there.
Yeah, it's driving truck. I feel like I'm a little too tall. I aired the seat up, and then I realized how low that visor drops. This is like, I'm too tall for that.
This is a this visor, by the way, if you're looking at it, this is a 13-inch drop visor. So it's not like too much, but it's I don't know. I think a 13-inch is a good even kind of deal on the outside of the truck as well as inside and being able to see. And
we had Bill Rethwish just to give him the old train horn over there. Hey, we didn't mention that either.
We didn't.
It's got truck's train horns on it.
We did the train horns. We actually mounted them underneath the sleeper. So there's that. Visor obviously in here is painted to match. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, I don't know if anybody can tell, but we've gotten a lot better at driving semis since we started this channel.
This is true.
I kind of only half missed one gear all the way through there, and this is an 18-speed.
Yeah, and you know, and the Cummins engine versus like stuff that we were used to scooting around in before is a lot different animal driving. It seems to like the higher RPM numbers, and if you've never driven a Cummins your entire life, it does take a little bit of getting used to. It's not quite the same. Not like driving a Cat or a Detroit or the older N14s or anything like that. They're all much lower RPM range.
Yeah.
So inside we got full gauges with a little red light on the dash. So I guess we shouldn't go too far. We probably need to get fuel.
You'd be surprised how far you can get on an eighth. I just don't want to test the theory today.
So some more stuff on the specs of this truck. It's disc brakes all the way around. So 605, 2050 torque.
Yep.
Obviously 18 speed. 5.5 inch drop axle, low air leaf in the rear.
Big long wheelbase with a air ride front axle makes it ride so smooth.
It does. So this is a 295 wheelbase, and the frame is actually on the 295. So you can go 295 on your wheelbase without an insert or a sleeve, but you do go with the little bit bigger rail, which I think adds about an inch height difference in the rail itself.
Yep.
But
it also has seat belts.
Those are nice.
Those are really, really good if you're really, if you think a lot about safety, and that's the only thing you have in mind almost constantly, seat belts are a must.
They're important. They're very important. When the truck comes back, we're going to be doing stuff on the interior. Obviously, this truck is an Ultra Cab 78 inch. So when it comes back, we'll be doing some red paint work on the inside, some stuff here on the dash and the steering wheel. We'll be doing some more work back here in the back, and probably on the door panels as well when it comes back. And I believe probably late April. I think that this point in time is probably what's going to work out. So this is just the start of this truck, but it's 78 here, Dan. This thing's nice,
spacious, luxurious.
And this is one of the last trucks in the country to have the old dash in it still, which makes this unit kind of special. I can tell you, I would not mind driving this thing around every day, at all.
No, this is a really nice ride. It's a very special ride. I would like something similar to this if I were going to drive a truck every day. Long wheelbase, air ride all the way around.
You can't go wrong with all red.
No.
It'll always look good. We're at 60 right now, cruising at like 12.
Yeah, about 1,200 RPMs. That's really kind of where you want these new engines to be. 1,200, 1,300 RPMs. That puts it right in the sweet spot for some fuel mileage, and you still got a little bit of power. I mean, you don't want to be running it at like 1,700 RPMs all the time. I mean,
no, just when you're running up through the gears that change, it likes the higher RPM versus like some older engines from back in the day.
Yeah. Well, it's got a lot to do with the transmissions too. The transmissions have gotten a lot, tighter is better when it comes to like gear train.
Yeah.
And so the transmissions over the years, the technology has made it to where like everything is a little bit tighter on the inside of these things, which, makes it a little sticky when you're driving them and they're brand new.
It's like anything else; they kind of break in over time.
Yeah.
The parts wear in together better, and
yep. Synchronizer starts to line up a little better.
Should clean this windshield a little better. Probably do that when we get back to the shop.
Yeah. Hey, order some more Spotless water material.
Sweet. We've been washing a bunch of trucks. We probably needed it anyway.
Yeah, it's we had just changed the filters the other day, and I was thinking, well, we don't have enough media to change the filters again, so I went ahead and ordered us some yesterday.
When we get back to the shop, we'll show everybody that setup real quick. It does take a minute.
Yeah,
if you wash trucks, if you got several trucks or you got cars at home and you wash them and you hate drying them off and you don't like water spots, this little dude that we got, it's not super expensive, and you can just wash your vehicle and just let it sit there. It'll drip dry and it won't leave anything.
Yeah, it's awesome. As you can tell, if you kind of zoom in on the hood there, the
Well, the window's so dirty.
Well, yeah, we got some spots on the
We'll get out and show it. We washed this truck and I totally never touched the windows.
No, I got the windows. I think the problem is I didn't rinse the window. So there's a little bit of soap residue left on the windows.
We'll get the windows, but it's we washed the truck and you just let it sit there. Come back the next morning, as dry as it can be. There's not a single spot on anything.
Yeah, the no water spots is a huge big deal for us.
We just passed JJ.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I was wondering why you were waving. I was like, I didn't catch who it was.
Yeah, it was JJ.
JJ!
All right, parked back at the shop here. Real pretty truck there. Real pretty. Oh yeah, that's what we're doing. We're gonna show you the paint on this a little bit closer. Again, this is, what is this, go to jail red?
No, it's pull me over red.
Yeah, and then if they pull you over and you get in trouble, then it turns to go to jail red.
Depends on how fast you were going.
Yeah.
It's write me a citation red or go to jail red then.
Anyhow, so what we were saying, we washed this truck. The sun's hard to do it with, but if you know about anything, you wash a truck, let the water sit on it, the headlights, if they're painted, they're gonna spot up. Top of your hood, it's gonna also spot up pretty good. Your cowl's gonna spot up, all this stuff does. And there's not a single water spot on any painted surface or even on your tanks or your straps. None of this has water spots. And that's all because of the little water filtration deal we got. That
it's the CR Spotless water system.
Let's run inside and show them real quick.
Let's do that.
All right. So this deal is pretty neat. We've got it at our personal shop too, and we wash all our cars with it. And figure we just mention it to everybody because it is that awesome, especially if you wash your cars a lot.
CRSpotless.com.
CRSpotless.com. What is that thing, like 800 bucks?
Yeah, I think it was somewhere in that neighborhood, somewhere around 800. And you do have to buy, resin that goes in these little, there's cartridges inside of it, and you just got to replace the resin. You just unscrew the cap, you throw away the old resin, you pour new resin in it, you screw the cap back on, you stick it back in the filter base. It's really super simple.
And we're washing probably, before we ever change that out, we probably wash 15 or better trucks with that.
Yeah.
And we use a lot of water when we wash a truck.
I think they say the resin replacement is good from, it's from like 750 to 1,000 gallons of water, right?
Yeah.
And, washing these huge trucks, you probably go through quite a bit of water.
And we may change it a little sooner than later. We did once wash the truck and left it sit there, and the filters were bad.
Yeah.
And then we had to get all the water spots out of it, so we're like a little gun shy, and we just changed it early. But it also has a meter. It'll start telling you, when it's low or bad or whatever. But yeah, if you guys are washing a lot of your own cars or semis or anything, that dude is something to get.
Yeah, very handy, very, very, very handy. Highly recommended. The last one I ordered, literally, I think it took me like 2 months to get it, but that was like when we were right in the height of COVID. I don't know what the backlog on this stuff is now, but you guys should check it out. This
isn't paid. Nobody gave us any money for this. Like, we were literally we love that thing. It's awesome. All right, well, that truck looks freaking gorgeous.
Not as pretty as it's gonna look though.
No, when it gets back, it's gonna be really.
We still have work to do to this one yet. It's not 100% complete. Customer needs to take possession of it. He's gonna go work it a little while we have the backlog that we have, and then he's gonna bring it back, and then we get to do some stuff to it, make it all nice and
yeah.
cool.
The second tour, we start working on this thing again. It's gonna be awesome.
It's gonna look good. All right, guys. Well, me and Brian have been talking a lot lately about these videos and kind of the process and what goes into it. And we see some comments, we're reading your all's comments. We see some occasionally about, some things that you guys want to see, but we want to open the comment section up specifically on this video. We would like to hear, is there something we're missing? Is there something that you guys think we should add to the videos? Me and Brian just want to make sure that we're hitting the nail on the head for you guys.
Yeah, like what info, like even this video in particular, is there other info you guys want to know about on the truck that we can tell you? and just any of that stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, if there's additional information you want specifically about the rig, if there's a part of our process that you guys think would be neat to see, or if there's anything, again, anything at all that we're missing, or anything that you guys want to see specifically that would have an episode, like a whole episode about it,
Yep.
you know, we're all ears. You know, we like the user input on the content that we create. So feel free. Make sure you guys leave a comment this time around that says, hey, in the next video, I would like to see this, or don't change this about your videos because I really like that. You know,
it's all good. It just helps us make better stuff.
Yeah.
And if you have like specific questions on a truck build or that spec, or you're specing a truck from somebody or anything, you can always email us. It's semicasualshow@gmail.com. And usually get back to the emails in a day or two. We're so freaking busy over here all the time. It gets a little bit hard. But if you shoot us an email, we definitely will respond to it. Just kind of want to throw that out there.
Okay. All right. Well, outside of that, that's all for this video. Let us know what you think about it and other videos and how we can make it better. Be sure to visit us. I'm messing this all up. Like, subscribe, hit the little bell so that way you can get notifications for all of our videos when they come out. Be sure to visit us on Instagram
at Semi-Casual Show,
and on our website, semicasualshow.com. Click on the merchandise tab, get some of this sweet merchandise,
shirts and hats and things.
And then outside of that, I guess that's kind of it, right?
Yeah, I'll see you in the next video. We got some pretty cool stuff coming up too.
All right, see you guys
later.